For the record, this cup of tea is at least a day old. So, YouTube decided to keep recommending fall reset guides to me. I didn't think I needed a reset. I think moving was enough of a reset, but maybe the internet is right and I do need a fall reset. Thankfully, I found this one that claims it'll actually help me get my life together. The video is by Morgan Evelyn Cook. I'll link it in the description. Her tips actually seemed practical, and she has a great sense of humor, so I genuinely recommend watching it. So this video is going to be 80% me following her reset guide, and the other 20% is me tackling some things I should actually get around to doing, like taking out the trash in my room, and taking out the recycling in my room, and taking out the spare pieces of cardboard in my closet. We got our to-do list. We even got blank spaces for a reason. Part 1, completely unrelated to actually doing a fall reset, but maybe partially related because having a clean space does create a cozy ambiance. This is very important for the fall, as I'm learning. So I'm gonna clean out my closet. To help create my cozy ambiance, I am making a scent bottle. Like a spray bottle, but for a scent. You know what those are. Because my lease does prohibit burning candles, and based on me being me, I am genuinely surprised that I have never knocked a candle over before. So instead we're gonna make a spray bottle that has a sort of fall scent to it. What else am I gonna do? I mentioned that I'm taking out the trash and recycling. I'm gonna find my scarves. I do not have fall clothing. The vast majority of my shirts are just black. I will make a bucket list for the fall. I'll make a cozy reading list. I absolutely love that idea. And I do like reading cozy fantasy. I just always feel guilty for it because it feels like it's not real reading. Mostly because a guy used to yell at me for doing that, but we're not around him anymore. I will make a list of cozy fantasy books to read during the fall, and I will enjoy the hell out of them. I loved her idea of prepping a little treat. Personally, I already have this Earl Grey tea that I like. It feels very fall ambiance-y. I'm going to make some flavor syrups to go with my 2 things of tea, because why the hell not? I like that idea. Oh, and then we're gonna make some snickerdoodles, or very spiced up snickerdoodles. Welcome to the closet. I realize it doesn't actually look that bad to you, but it looks like a mess to me. First things first, my clothes are out of order. These guys need to go and do fabric recycling. This used to be a hand towel. Well, it was a shirt, and then I started using it as a hand towel because I lost my hand towel. And now it has a smell to it, and a lot of paint from when I was painting the trim of my old place. I'm gonna toss it in the wash and see if that does anything again. We are on the floor again. So this was our original list, and now we can cross some things off. I took care of the closet. Off screen, I did go take care of the kitchen, because sometimes there are other people in it, so I don't want to film it. But it does look improved. And I took the eggs out of the fridge for the cookies that we're gonna make. I'm gonna make them. You're gonna watch me make them. To some extent. I found my scarves. I also took out both the trash and the recycling. Now, I think we're gonna make a bucket list. And we're gonna stick it on my wall. Okay, I spent some time looking around online. We're gonna use green because I already have orange in my walls, and we're not gonna be seeing that much more green for much longer anyways. Might as well get it while I can. I found an Oktoberfest. I also found a wine school. We need to write down both of these with dates. I need to have clam chowder sometime. I could make it, I could buy it, it doesn't matter, but I must eat some clam chowder. Honorary mention is that Has Been Hotel Season 2 is coming out at the end of October, and you can bet your ass that that's on the bucket list. Watching that. Resubscribing to Amazon Prime for a short period of time, just so I can watch Has Been Season 2. I am so looking forward to Vox's character development. The trailer that came out gave off the impression that he's not gonna be such a background character anymore. I'm gonna say finish an animatic. I know that's not a really fall-centered activity, but I'd like to finish the one that I started working on. Another one would be to make curry. I haven't done curry in a while. When I say make curry, I mean I make the curry paste, which is enough work. I had these ginger scones that I really want to recreate because I had these ginger lemon scones at a bakery that I went to in Boston. I think it was called Flour, as in the baking ingredient. They were good. I realized I really loved the texture of the crystallized ginger in the scones. It was the perfect amount of savoriness, like slightly savory, slightly sweet, slightly citrusy because there is lemon in there. A+. I need one more thing in here. What could one more thing be? What the fuck do I do with my life? I just put Cozy Fantasy into Libby. This is what I've ended up with. Most of these are now on hold. The mess has been made, and the cookies are ready. I did them with coconut flour and rice flour, so we'll see how they turn out. Ideally, this mix of orange, cinnamon, and other spices and water is going to turn into our air freshener. So this is going to be the vanilla syrup. The recipe called for sugar. I had coconut sugar, so we used that instead. I also left some cinnamon in there because I was using up some sugar that I had mixed with cinnamon last night. I did make the spice cookies, which came out okay. I wasn't able to find sticky rice flour at the grocery store, so I wasn't able to fix the annoying dryness of coconut flour. I used rice flour instead, but obviously rice flour and sticky rice flour are not the same. So it did not yield the effect I wanted it to have. It absorbs everything. It's so dry. Anywho, you know what's always in season? Using up the produce in your fridge. So, I'm gonna make kale chips because I bought kale for salads last week. I ate half of it and now I still have most of it left. So, I completely forgot that I am out of oil and didn't buy more when I was at the grocery store the other day. So I'm trying a recipe that used coconut oil. I'm slightly reluctant because coconut oil always tastes like coconut, but the recipe I found did also season the kale. So I tossed in some garlic, salt, pepper. I'm gonna add a lemon because I have part of a lemon floating around. It's in the oven. Hopefully this goes well. For the record, my phone is being propped up by knives and oyster sauce. Do with that what you will. So I got a cup of water. This is like our spiced honey syrup for a lemon tea. But we got water in there. The recipe calls for a cup of honey. We're just gonna guesstimate and aim for half a cup. Okay, there we go. And then we stir to combine. We're combining honey and water. This is exciting. The kale is still in the oven. It's technically done cooking, probably. Yeah, I just wanted to let it sit for a moment before taking it out. Admittedly, I think that letting it sit was a bad idea based on the colors it's turned, but such is life. Put in one of the orange peels in here from the, you remember the thing, the spray bottle. And now we add spices. I'm just dumping the rest of my cloves in here. The recipe called for cloves. The recipe's on my phone. You are on my phone. Same with cardamom. I'm running out of all of my fall-related seasonings now. They're all from last year. I made a pretty good ton of them. It also called for 2 sticks of cinnamon. That smells good. Kale chips. Alright, we're gonna taste test them. Okay. Not bad at all. I will now be able to eat all of that kale efficiently. Thumbs up. Well, that's the end of this video. Thank you for watching this very chaotic imitation of someone else's guide for a fall reset. Obviously it went off the rails, but I hope you enjoyed, or at least found some entertainment in it. Maybe you found something to do. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a leftover container of kimchi pickles that I want to eat for lunch. Bye.